Welcome back to another video tutorial brought to you by thevirtualinstructor.com. Today we're going to look at the process of etching. And you're looking at prints by Rembrandt. These are all etchings. Now etching is a form of printmaking called intaglio, and that includes etching and engraving. The first thing you're going to need to do is gather the supplies that you're going to need to ground your plate. You'll need a brush, you'll need etching ground, and of course you'll need a plate. The next thing you'll need to do is use the brush to apply the ground to the plate. You may choose to dab the brush because you don't want brush strokes, you just want a smooth surface. Then allow the ground to dry on the plate. Allow ample time for this to happen. It may be several hours. Overnight is a good idea. Next, you'll begin to scratch off the areas that you want to be black. You may achieve this by scratching in a crosshatch pattern or perhaps using squiggly lines. You can use any sharp tool to accomplish this. In this case, I prepared my plate using a leather punch. Here's a look at the completed plate for this etching. Now you'll need to gather your supplies for the acid part of this process. You'll need acid, gloves, eye protection, and an etched plate. In this case, I'm using copper etching solution. You may order this from the internet or you may pick it up at your local art supply. Next, you'll pour the acid into a container and drop the etched plate into the acid bath. You'll now allow the acid bath to bite into the plate. Everywhere where there is not ground, the acid will bite into the plate. Brush away the bubbles during this process. This process may take anywhere from several seconds to several minutes depending on the strength of the acid used. Now you'll need to gather your cleaning supplies to clean the removed plate. Clean the ground from the plate using either acetone or some other paint thinner. Now gather your ink supplies. This will include oil-based printing ink and some type of card. Add a dab of ink to the plate. Next, spread the ink around with the card. Be sure to force the ink into the grooves of the plate. Now you may choose to use newspaper or cheesecloth and gently wipe away the ink from the surface of the plate. Here's what your prepared plate should look like. Now lay the prepared plate onto the press. Prepare some paper by moistening the paper with a little bit of water. This will allow for the paper to actually suck the ink off of the plate onto the paper. Lay the paper on top of the plate inside of the press. Run the plate through the press and gently pull away the print from the plate, pulling from one corner. Here's a look at the completed print and the plate beside each other. You may also choose to experiment with varying amounts of ink to create different types of print. The print on the left had more ink on the plate. This has been another video tutorial brought to you by thevirtualinstructor.com.